Hi all and welcome back to Next Stage Designs with me Sylvia. In today's video I'm going to show you how to crochet this very easy crochet crop top. So for today's video I will be using this beautiful yarn and I will be using 2 balls of this yarn. So in each 100 grams we have 210 meters or 230 yards. And of course you can use any DK yarn. Next I will be using 3.5 millimeters hook. You will need pair of scissors, a tape measure, some stitch markers, yarn needle, and some clips. As I want to keep this crop top as simple as possible, I decided to use only single crochet, as you can see. And then once we have this panel prepared, we will do some decreases at the top right here. So the first measurement you will need will be to measure yourself around your breast, and that will be your very first measurement, and I am going to show you how to do it on this next short video. So in this short video you will take a measurement of your chest and then you take away few centimeters to create the gap at the back. So I took measurements of my chest and then I took away few inches to create the gap. So for my size, medium size, I took away 5 inches, but you can take less or more, depends how big you want your gap to be. So it's totally up to you. So once you have it prepared like this, your chest measurement, and then you take away the measurement of the gap you would like to have, then for my size M, I have about 26.5 inches or 67.5 centimeters. And as I said at the start, my gap will be about 5 inches. Once I have it, we will start to work on our decreases on our front part right here. Once we have it, we will need to work on our 2 straps. So one will be on one side and one will be on the other side, like this. For the back we are going to create a very long chain. Once we have this chain we are going to thread it in and we are going to keep this top very easy. So first we are going to work on this panel, which is only single crochet, and for this size M I chained 120 and then I added one more chain, which will be my turning chain. So you will take your chest measurement and then you take away few stitches or few centimeters, as I said at the start. So you will take away from your chest measurement about 10 to 20 chains. And I have done 32 rows of single crochet for this crop top. So we are going to start with the slip knot. Hold your yarn and like so, wrap it around your two fingers and create a cross. Go under this first one, on top of the second one, pull it down and twist your hook and release, and this is your slip knot. Now for my size M, I am going to chain 120 plus 1. The chain 1 will be my turning chain, but you of course measure yourself around your chest and then take away few centimeters or few chains for the gap you want at the back for your crop top. So yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through. So work on your chain for as many as you need for your measurement, and then take away few chains for the gap you want at the back. So continue working on your chain. So for my crop top I have 120 plus 1, but for this sample I will only chain 20 and then I will add one more to show you how to work on this panel. So I have 20 chains here, and then I will add one more, which will be my turning chain, to show you how to work for this panel. So next you are going to work single crochet into the second chain from the hook, which is this one right here. So you will insert your hook like so, yarn over and pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through, and this is your very first single crochet. Now you will work single crochet in every stitch across like so. Now insert into the next stitch like this and pull through, and you will simply work single crochet like so all the way across for this row 1. So continue placing single crochet like this. Once you get to the end of this row, I show you what to do next. And I am finishing here, and I have only 1 stitch left here. So I will work my last single crochet like so. Chain 1 and turn your work like this. And now we are ready to start row 2. For row 2 we are going to start into this very first stitch. As you can see, there is a gap right here, so we will work single crochet right in this space right here. So you can see first we right here. So do not count this chain of 1, just work under this very first stitch. So insert your hook right into this very first space like so and work your first single crochet. Insert your hook under this second V and work your single crochet, and you will work your single crochet like so under every stitch across like this. As you can see, I have these V's on top, so you will simply work every single crochet just under these V's like this. And I am finishing my row 2, and as you can see, there is my last stitch here, or the V if you like, and work your last single crochet. Chain 1 and turn your work, and you will simply repeat this row 2 for the rest of your panel. So skip this chain 1 and work under the next stitch like so, and work single crochet in every stitch across again as you did in row 2 like this. So continue placing single crochet all the way across. So I have my last stitch here in this row 3. So insert your hook, and as you can see, I have front loop and back loop, which is my full stitch. Work your single crochet, chain 1 and turn your work. And now you will work on your panel like so for the width of your panel. So for me, as I said at the start, it was 32 rows, but if you need to, you can go even higher. So I am finishing my last row here, and I have only 2 stitches left here, so I will place last single crochet right here, chain 1, and I am going to fasten off. So leave this yarn and longer so you can hide it later on. And this is our panel prepared. Now you will have to choose right side or the wrong side. I usually choose my wrong side where are more knots. So as you can see, I have only 1 knot here, so this will be my right side, and I will push that knot through so it will go on the wrong side. As you can see, as I had many knots on that side, so I picked that one as my wrong side. Now this will be my bottom part of my panel, as you can see where we started, and also my right side. Next, we are going to work on the decreases right here. Before we start, we are going to find the middle part. So simply fold your panel in half like this. Make sure the corners are on the corners like so. So they're matching. And now bring your stitch marker and place it right in the middle like this. Next, I will count 24 stitches from the middle point to the right and 24 stitches to the left, like so. Or you can check this short video and see how to work your stitches. So where is the middle part? You will simply decide where do you want your decrease to start. So as you can see here, you can go all the way to the middle part on your side, on one side, and to the middle side on your other side, and place the stitch markers. So I will roughly place it like this. And as I said, for my size M, I have 24 stitches on one side to the right and 24 stitches to the left, like this. So from your stitch marker, do not count the stitch marker, count 24 stitches for size M to one side, like this. Once you have it, you are going to place your stitch marker like this. Once you have it, do not count the stitch marker again and count 24 stitches to the other side. Once you have it, place your stitch marker again, like this. And you should have 24 stitches to one side and 24 stitches to the other side. Now we are going to bring our yarn again, and where is our 24th stitch? You are going to insert your hook and bring your yarn through like this. Create a knot like so. Insert your hook and chain 1 like this, and this chain of 1 is not counting as your first stitch, so into the same place you will work single crochet like this. Once you have it, you will place your stitch marker to know where is your first stitch. Now you will work one single crochet into the next stitch and all the way across to the stitch marker on the other side, like this. Once you get to your stitch marker, I show you what to do next. So you will simply place your stitch marker. Once you get to your middle stitch, you will simply take it out and place your single crochet. You can replace it again and simply work single crochet all the way across. Once you reach your stitch marker, your last stitch marker on the other side, then I show you what to do next. So continue like so. So I am finishing here, and where is my stitch marker? I will work my last single crochet. I am going to chain one and I am going to turn my work like this. So for row 2, we are going to work on our decrease row. To do your decrease, you will work one decrease at the start of this row and one decrease at the end of this row. So your first decrease will be like this. So insert your hook into one stitch, into the second one. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 like this. And this is your very first single crochet decrease. So place your first stitch marker. Now you will work single crochet all the way. You don't need this stitch marker in the middle anymore, as you will be working single crochet all the way across like this. And once you have only 2 stitches left at the end of this row, you will work your decrease. So as you can see, I have only 2 stitches left here at the end of this row. So I will work on my decrease. So I will insert my hook like this, bring it up into the last stitch and bring it up. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Chain 1 and turn your work. And you will work like this. So for this row 3, you will work your decrease again. So insert your hook into the first stitch, insert your hook into the next stitch, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. And this is your first decrease for this row 3. Replace the stitch marker, work your single crochet all the way across. Once you have only 2 stitches left at the end of this row 3, I show you what to do next. So I am finishing at this row and I have only 2 stitches left. I'm going to take out my stitch marker and I have only 2 stitches, so I will do decrease like this, 3 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through all 3, chain 1 and turn your work. Now for this row 4, I will do decrease again. So insert your hook into the first one, into the second one, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3, and you have your first decrease at the start. Place your stitch marker. You will work single crochet on the middle part. Once you have only 2 stitches left here, like here, you do your last decrease at the end of this row, chain 1 and turn your work like so. So we were doing decrease at the start and at the end, and the idea for this crop top came actually from this denim crop top which I bought a long time ago, and I really like to wear it, so I thought I'm gonna make one in the crochet version. So as you can see here, I will need to do 2 to 3 rows to get similar look of my denim crop top. So if you would like to have the same crop top as is this denim one, you would simply measure yourself all the way around your chest and do not take anything off. Simply you would just add the zip to close it like this. Now, as we have done 4 rows of decreasing, we are going to chain 1. Now for our 5, we are going to work single crochet only. And now this single crochet row only, you can repeat 3 times, 4 times or 5 times. It's totally up to you. So I will do 2 more rows of single crochet only for this crop top, but if you want, you can just measure it and go even higher. It's totally up to you. So simply just work single crochet across, do not decrease at the start and at the end. And I am finishing here and I have last stitch to do, so I will simply place my last single crochet, chain 1 and turn my work. And I am going to do 1 more row of single crochet, which will be my row 7. And I only have done 2 rows of single crochet, but you can do 3, 5 or even more. It's totally up to you. Simply as you work, try on and you see what you like. So I am finishing here and I will do my last single crochet right here, chain 1, and I am going to stop here. But as I said, you can continue for as many rows as you like. So this first row where we attached our yarn was my single crochet row. Then we have done 4 rows of decreasing and then we finish with 2 rows of single crochet only. As I said, you can do as many rows of single crochet as you like. And bear in mind that this piece will stretch as well, so as you work it's a good idea to try on. Now chain 1 and fasten off, leave this yarn end longer so you can hide it later on, pull it and fasten off like this. Of course, don't forget to hide your ends. Next, we are going to create these straps. Before we start to work on our straps, we are going to leave a long yarn at the start, and then once we fasten off, we are going to leave a long yarn end at the end. So these 2 ends will help us to sew our strap in. So remember, you will need 2 of these straps. And we already know how to do the slip knot. So for this strap, I decided to chain 5 plus 1. The 1 will be my turning chain. So create your slip knot like so. And now we are going to chain 5 for the width of our straps, and then we will add 1 more, which will be our turning chain. But if you want, you can of course go even wider. It's totally up to you. So I went for 5 chains plus 1, and now we will work exactly the same way as we did on our panel. So we will add 1 more, which will be our turning chain. So we have 6. Now into the second chain from the hook, you will work a single crochet, and you will work your single crochet all the way across, and from now on you should have 5 stitches like this. Chain 1 and turn your work like so. So exact the same way as we did on our panel at the start. So you will work on your strap like so, single crochet in every stitch, chain 1 and turn your work. Now it's a good idea to try the straps as you work to see what length would you like. So continue working single crochet in every stitch across, and for my 2 straps I worked 63 rows like so. And as you can see, when you have it like this, it means 2 rows, so you will count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and so on. So now once we have our panel ready, as you can see I am on the wrong side, we are going to sew our straps like this. So that's my first strap and that's my second one, and as you remember we left a long yarn and at the start and at the end, so we could use these ends to sew our straps like so. So now thread your yarn needle like this, and we are going to sew our straps like so. So I like to do 1 or 2 stitches at the start and at the end. So I've done 2 stitches at the start, and now I am going to simply sew it like this, but you can also sew it the way you like or prefer. So simply sew it like so all the way across, and once you reach the end you can place 2 to 3 stitches in one place, and this way your strap will be much stronger and secured. So you can do 1 or 2 in exactly the same place at the start and at the end, as you can see here. So I will do 1 more just to be extra secured, and now I will fasten off. Simply fasten off, wrap your yarn around the needle like this, and you have a lovely knot like so. And while you still have your yarn and the needle threaded like this, you can simply hide it in your seam so you don't have to do it later on. And now fasten off, and you will do it exactly the same way on the other side. So 2 straps sewn in like so. Next, we are still on the wrong side. Now, once you have your straps sewn in like so, you are going to fold it like this. And if you had your gap like me, about 10 centimeters, you are going to place your straps like this. You could also place your crop top on and then have someone to pin it for you and copy your bra. So this way your straps could cover your bra straps. So simply just use these clips and try on and see where you should put your straps. So for me, I counted 5 stitches here, and where is my fifth one? I will place my strap, so it will be on one side and on the other side exactly the same. So before we sew our straps, we are going to work on our chain, thread it in, place the crop top on, and then we will see how to sew our straps at the back. So first we are going to create the chain, thread it in, and then we will sew our straps. Just make sure the seam is on the wrong side, so you will place it like this. And now for the chain. If you want your chain to be really thick, so when you thread it in, it would go very thick, then you would need a longer chain, about 4 meters. If you want your chain to be just every third row, then you would go for 2 meters. But as I want my chain to be in every row on each side, I will go for 4 meters long chain, so very long chain, so it will be very thick way to thread it in. So it's totally up to you. So I went for chain 4 meters and 20 centimeters, as I wanted my chain to be really thick. So when I thread it, it will go from row to row on each side at the back. So simply create your chain like so, very long one. I would recommend from 2 to 4 meters, 4.5. So this is my chain completed, and I have done 4 meters and 20 centimeters for this crop top. And I really like when my chain is in each row on each side of this crop top. Now fold it in half, and if you want, you can also place a stitch mark, so it will help you a little bit. And now you bring those two ends like this through those corners from the inside. So simply insert your hook like so in one corner and bring it through, and then do exactly the same on the other corner like this and bring it through like this. And from now on, you can simply thread it through each row on each side. So simply just pull it like so. Make sure the stitch marker is right in the middle, like this. Now make a cross and find the next row. So as you can see, it's right under this first row. If you don't like it, you could go 3 rows down on one side and 3 rows down on the other side. So you would need a shorter chain as well. But I would like my chain to go in each row on each side, so I needed to create my chain really long. So for me, it was 4 meters and 20 centimeters. So continue threading your chain like so. And this is what we have so far. And as you can see, I threaded my chain really thick way. So I went into each row on each side. And of course, you can make it smaller or bigger. It's totally up to you. I like my crop top really tight. Now for the straps. for the straps, you will have two ways to do it. The first way was, as I showed you at the start, you will simply sew them like this. But if you don't like that first way, you would simply hide all these ends at the end and simply tie at the back of your neck. And this would look amazing as well. As I went for that option because my denim crop top was already with the straps, I decided to go with that first option. But for the second option, you could go, as I said at the start, with option 1. So you would simply just sew them in. You could sew them in this way, like this, or as I showed you at the start, simply just put it on once your chain is in, and then you would decide how do you want to cover your bra straps. So you would simply measure it, place the clips, and then you would sew it the way as we did at the start. So you have two ways how to do these straps. So the first way for me would be to do about 2.5 inches from this edge on one side and 2.5 inches from the edge to the other side. Then I would simply place the stitch marker and start sewing. But because my denim crop top was this way, and I decided to do my crop top a different way because I didn't want it to have two crop tops the same way, but I still wanted to show you two ways how to do it. So you would simply sew your straps like this. So the seam is in the wrong way. I am showing you how to clip them, but just make sure once you measure it like this, the seam is on the wrong side. So the straps you have, you would sew exactly the same way as you did in the front. Okay, so like this from your stitch marker. So here will be your seam. So originally this crop top was designed to be with the two straps as my original denim crop top. But when I tried it on and I tightened it behind my neck, I liked it more. But I still wanted to show you two ways how you can do it. So of course, if these straps, as you can see here, if they stretch a lot, you could also adjust them at the back. But the second option I like more, as I already have this denim crop top with two straps, I decided to go with this option 2. So I will simply tie at the back of my neck. So you have two options how to do these straps. First is with the two straps, second one is with this tying back behind your neck. So those two straps, you will simply make a big knot behind your neck, and that would be it. So you will simply decide what option you prefer. So the first option would be to sew in your straps the same way as I have on my denim crop top. Or the second option would be this. You would have two straps sewn in the front and your chain in the middle of your bag, and then you would simply tie your two straps behind your neck. So it's totally up to you which option you would prefer. Once you have your chain in the end, you could just simply create a knot like this, or you could add the bead and then create a knot at the end. It's totally up to you. You have many options with this crop top. So let your imagination decide. And cut your yarn ends like so, and we are done with our amazing crop top. So, if you enjoyed this tutorial, please don't forget to like it, share it, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel Unique Stitch Designs for more ideas from me, Sylvia. And please don't forget to find me on social medias. I am on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you very much for watching.